Hello. Anyone who is here. Pouncer Weekly we might do tonight. We did a lot of talking yesterday. I don't know if we're going to do it tonight. But this one is a live stream that's going to be pretty boring for a lot of people. You look happier with the grumpy Russian. It's not going to be super exciting. I'm going to be practicing my pitch. So if you guys want to hear this in the background, it's not anything super crazy. Yo, Riley, that's so. I need to make an SVB joke during the pitch. I have to. Oh my goodness, I have to. So literally, my goal with doing this is I'm just gonna be practicing my pitch live. I have an hour and a half, so I'm spending some time practicing it. So it's not gonna be super entertaining, but if anyone wants to just listen, I thought I might as well just go live. I'm kind of trying to plan out this pitch and do it in an interesting way. And it has to be different from my old pitch. So I want to listen to my old pitch for a second and get an understanding of kind of what I did last time and then what I need to do this time. Because there's a couple of things I want to introduce. Emmanuel, what's up? All right, so let's listen to the old one. All right, here we go. So I want it to be a bit different because with Jason, I gotta get him in a different way, and I think there's an interesting way to get him. But we've got to see. Like, I want to introduce even different things in the slides, all that shit. So, Martin, best of luck with Jason. I appreciate you, Martin. Thank you. All right, let's listen to this one. My name is Amit, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Audia, or Audio, where we have audio ideas or ideas that we get discovered. Now, this one stat is going to frame everything in today's pitch, and that stat is impressions, 44 million to be exact, which is how many times my YouTube videos were shown over the past year. I would not be here. I think I want to keep that part. Hey, dude, just curious if you heard the audio app that Kevin Costner is promoting, location-based regional info blurbs. I haven't. What's the name of it? There's a bunch of audio apps, though, out there, bro. There's so many audio apps. I found like 3 over the weekend. Oh, here, audio storytelling app for radio. Oh, Autio. Seems cool. Audio's big, man. It's audio is growing even more. Yeah, I listened to the Olin thing this morning. I listened to some of it. I didn't listen to all of it, but it was good. Is it just 2-minute pitch? Yeah, it's just 2-minute pitch. Keep that part for sure. It makes you sound bigger than you actually are. Yeah, no, I'm gonna keep that part in. This part I want to keep, but I want to even modify. So there's a couple of things I want to put in here. Like this part I need to keep. This part I definitely need to keep, and this slide needs to get better. So like I think this slide is gonna be important because this is Jason's podcast on YouTube getting recommended, and I basically want to be like. I want to show him how on YouTube his content gets recommended versus other platforms. And then see, I want to introduce a couple of things, but I have 2 minutes, bro. All of this barely fit within 2 minutes last time. And so that's a little bit of the issue. There's just a couple of core things I want to put. Let me listen to the rest of it though. Let me hear this. If you don't get impressions, you don't get discovered. Let's look at these episodes of Twist that got put in my feed this week and are driving business for Jason and launch every day, even though they're years old, because the algorithm on YouTube is giving the content more impressions. YouTube does an amazing job at discovery with video, but I believe no platform is actually doing this for audio at scale. And we know this because podcast discovery sucks. RSS feeds just distribute audio, so you as the creator have to drive all the traffic because the platform isn't pushing you. The biggest audio... Hi, Kelly. How are you? I gotta change this part, bro. This shit has to be cooler. Like, this shit has to be better, bro. It has to like. First of all, I want to put in the Gary V part too, even though we didn't get to pitch him yet. I still want to put in the fact that I fucking met the dude because I think that'll also be important. Oh, let me see that shit. Amid Gary V. I want to. Should I take the? Because literally Gary V was like, "Yeah, they don't give discovery," and I'm like, even just meeting him, it would be kind of cool to like tell Jason, yeah, we talked to this dude and he also agrees with you. The other thing to understand about Jason is he loves audio. Like he really, really likes audio. And so if the pitch on discovery makes sense, he's gonna want to know a lot more. Like a lot more. We just gotta do it in an interesting way. Low-key terrible, but I'm gonna make it, bro. So there's we took out the window seal in our window in the studio. And every day I tell Tristan, I'm like, hey, you ready to jump? I'm sorry if that triggered anybody. I'm sorry. But that's how my life's going to. So I feel you, Kelly. See of Gary saying no discovery snippet, that clip. All right, let me see, bro. Like, hold on, let me share this Gary thing. Because, bro, 2 minutes, you guys don't understand how tough it is in 2 minutes to do it. Is the pitch gonna be streamed? Yeah, it'll be streamed on his channel on Monday. Like 2 minutes is so little. Be sure to use AI a bunch of times. Hold on, right here.
Spotify or Apple. I know you preach like make video clips on TikTok, Instagram, which means it's really
right there. He said it, but it was kind of faint. We didn't get that much of his voice.
Audio buying all these premium assets, which means it's really
right there. Boom. Right. We gotta. How many seconds is this? Where I pitch Gary? How many seconds?
Primarily, in my opinion, become Netflix's of audio, buying all these premium assets, which means it's really
okay. Boom. That's like 4 seconds. I feel like we can afford to use that shit. I got it. Hold on. I'm gonna download this video. I'm gonna cut this shit up. Cut out those 4 seconds. I gotta mention Jason's podcast and his thumbnails showing up. I want to mention the Gary thing, and then I don't know if you guys saw Spotify's recent fucking stream on event. Literally they only talked about their exclusive podcast. So I want to cut that part out as well. Spotify stream on event. Like for 20 minutes, bro, they literally just talked about how their exclusive deals are driving like so much like engagement. And, you know, to me, I was just like, well, wait a second. How the fuck is that helping anybody else? like it didn't make sense to me. Spotify stream on podcast. I'm literally listening to this shit like you guys spent 20 minutes talking about how you've helped everyone except people that actually want to get helped. And see, the goal is not to shit on Spotify. The goal is to like tell Jason why we're different, because I know he's gonna like question that a lot. And so that's like a big part of it too. Why name dropping is important. It's just because, you know, it's important. Too cool to do Rocket Lab monthly with me, but you can do this. Yeah, Matt, because this shit, this shit's gonna affect my life. Turn the slides into a 2-minute video and then get the timing right. It's not a horrible idea. I just get scared sometimes because like literally on the last pitch, I fucked up in the first 5 seconds, and if I had it timed as a video, I would have like literally been too slow for this thing. So I always like not making it a video and making it a slide deck. Like literally, bro, look at this from the beginning, right? The first, okay, so I'm gonna clip this shit. Okay, so I'm gonna take a picture of this. So they're look how they're saying 165 originals and exclusives hit #1 in 99 markets. I want to do like a 5-slide thing where every 5 seconds, like for 1 second each, I'm like, they talked about exclusives here. They talked about exclusives here. They talked about exclusives here. Then they introduced another exclusive and they talked about exclusives here. Like here, there's even, look at this. Again, all of these are exclusives. All he has to believe is that this Netflix of audio shit is stupid. And if I can convince that, then I can convince we have a better version of this shit. And you have Hasan Minhaj. And then they literally had Hasan Minhaj introduce another exclusive. And then they had The Ringer talk about all their exclusives. The Ringer formula. Let me get the right screenshot for this one. What is this? Like, there was a great, I wish I had 7 minutes. There was an amazing clip on Twitter the other day. I actually got in contact with a guy who's like, Spotify spent $2 billion on exclusive podcasts and they haven't made an ROI on it. And I was like, holy shit, that's not good, bro. That's not good. Okay, exclusive 3. You can have the Gary Vee easier. I think, Canva allows you, I'm using Canva, so I can still clip the Gary Vee part pretty easily in there. I just have to like get the right clip. Is it downloaded? Yeah, it's downloaded. Okay, so I'm about to clip that shit up. I'm gonna clip it up, and then go from there. All right, so let me clip this up. Yeah, that Gary Vee thing for a couple of seconds, it might actually be lit. It might work. Can you guys see this screen if I showed it? Present, share screen. Oh yeah, you can see it. This is my baby. This software is like legit, bro. It's so simple, but it works. Oh, this reminds me of debate like in high school when I had to like make cases and shit. It's arguments, like you'd spend the whole weekend kind of thinking how you would plan it out and shit. And then you would just figure it out. Okay, so let's do right here. Okay. Let me clip this. Things are good. Okay. It's in the audio. It's really fucking hard to show up in the. Damn, I really cursed in front of him, bro. I didn't give a fuck. Podcast discovery, I think, is a very big problem. Spotify and Apple have primarily, in my opinion, become Netflixes of audio, buying all these premium assets, which means it's really. Boom. Boom. That's like 8 seconds, though. That's valuable time. Podcast discovery. But like, I feel like me just like saying, "Hey, we got to talk with Gary." That's like, that still means something. Oh no, that's only. Oh, it's 7 seconds. Let's see. I'm gonna chop off even more of that shit. I gotta chop off even more of this shit. Alvarado, what's up? Are you getting a haircut before Jason? Yeah, probably. Probably get a haircut tomorrow. Maybe I go today. Maybe later. Can you explain why you think name dropping Gary Vee gives you edges positive? What if Jason hates the dude? Well, Jason doesn't hate the dude. They actually did a podcast together. He likes him a lot. But it's about so this is about like in the pre-seed stage, Jason is not investing in the idea, he's investing in the founder. He needs to like the idea, but he wants to invest in the founder, right? So if the founder is telling him, hey, we got in contact with one of the most influential people on the planet when it comes to social media and content, even if, you know, he hasn't invested or anything like that, that name drop to me already out of the 20 people I'm competing with differentiates me. Because I'm like, you know, I'm not just like talking about this thing. We've actually done it. We've actually got in contact with some pretty high level folks. Even if nothing material has happened from a result, like just showing, it's all about like, does he think we can execute it? Right. And like, so that's where I think it has some value. It's also Gary Vee saying that Spotify and Apple don't create discovery. So it's like an authoritative name agreeing with my hypothesis. That's like kind of the reason why it matters. Podcast discovery, I think, is a very big problem. Wait, what if I just get to Spotify and Apple, actually? That'd be better. Spotify and Apple have primarily, in my opinion, become Netflixes of audio, buying all these premium assets, which means I need to put some text right there. I need to put some text on screen when Gary says no discovery. So like, because it's a little faint to hear it, but if I can get some text on there, that'll be important. Okay, that's done. Oh, I can just do this here. Okay, hold on. This is easier. Okay. Oh shit! What did I just do?
These premium assets, which means Spotify and Apple have primarily, in my opinion, become Netflixes of audio, buying all these premium assets, which
It needs to be like it's coming from his mouth. Or I wish he was louder when we said that. Or I wish I was lower. He said that. No discovery. We can use that for now. We can change it later, but
audio buying all these premium assets, which means
okay, that's not horrible. We can change it a little bit later. What is the context when he says no discovery? The context is he's saying Spotify and Apple don't create discovery. And get Tristan. Tristan doesn't need to do this, bro. This is like this is for 8 seconds is not that serious. But like that's the context is like he needs to be saying that shit. And him saying that is a proof of my thesis. It's not just me saying they don't give discovery. It's like him saying, can you isolate his audio and blast it somehow? Actually, that might not be a horrible idea. Let me see. Let me actually try to do that. That's a good idea. Let me blast that shit. Let me see if that helps better. Oh, that actually worked. Actually worked. Actually, that's a good idea, Kelly. At least it's better than before. Okay, that's better. All right, I'm gonna import this shit into the fucking Canva. I don't know where I'm gonna put it in the slide. I just want to get the slides done, and then I'm gonna organize it later today. But there's some stuff I want to get there. Hi, Amit. Are you buying Tesla at this level? I bought Tesla at 190 like a dumbass. Like a dumbass. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. If it get down to like 150, that'd be more exciting. Okay, here we go. Canva is such a good app, bro. Fucking love Canva. It just needs to make sure the audio plays during the time as well. Yo, hopes SVB. So, I mean, like, look, maybe Jason, look, when I heard him talk about this on his podcast, he was just like, it sounded like the deals he's not going to do are the like $1 million deals that he's in, not the 25, 50K checks. Like, I mean, maybe, but I don't think that's what his fund is worried about. And if they are, he only said it would be like 30 to 60 days. So maybe he doesn't invest now, he invests in a couple of days. But I really don't think for 25, 50K,
Spotify and Apple,
they're going to be super like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just not that much money to them. They might, but these are not $1 million deals that they're doing. Like, those are the ones where you want to like wait on, right? But they have to pick like 5 or 6 people to invest in from these 20. And for us to be one of those 5, and if they were going to do 25K, I don't think they would stop that just because of SVB. I think there was other bigger things they would stop. What should be the title? Gary V agrees that Spotify, Apple don't create discovery. Might have to make this shorter later. Why is it doing that? This is going to be after the Spotify slides.
Spotify and Apple have primarily, in my opinion, become Netflixes of audio, buying all these premium assets, which means it's
Yeah. Okay, so that's that. Is that PowerPoint? No, this is Canva. DNA stock. Can you elaborate on your timing? So DNA actually might average like $1.40 or something. What was I about to say? They have 6% of their cash in S&B, 74 million. I don't know how much they're gonna get from that, but 74 million is not that bad if they lose 74 million. Like, it's bad, but it's not like Roku bad. It's bad, but it's not crazy bad, you know? Callie, I'm responding to David right now. No, I have a girlfriend. SIVB collapse will cause massive deflationary pressure. Yeah, that might also happen. Okay, so we got this slide. So we have this one, this one, this one. Oh, I need to. I gotta think of a different way of doing this one. I don't know if I want to make this one. I also want to get some other pictures. I already have some uploads in here of the old. Hold on, let me see. I have some other. Yeah, look at all these shits. Hold on. Wait, this one, this one, this one. Here we go. Here's another one I got to put in here. Oh, I think these should be individual slides too. Yeah, hold on. So if I do add page. Now, if I want to do this one here, right? From 1 year ago, then this one also from 1 year ago. And then I got to put a fucking arrow in this shit to let them know. And then this one's the kicker from, oh, this is going to be good because they're not going to expect how I describe it. It's going to be, there we go, from 11. Okay, so here's how it's going to go. We're going to go, probably get rid of this slide. Yeah. How do we delete this shit? Okay, so need an arrow. This needs to be thicker. How do we make it thicker? Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, we gotta now be like, holy crap, 1 year ago. How is this happening? 1 year. So like the argument here is like content that's being recommended in the feed from 1 year ago is insane. Like, content's not supposed to live for that long, yet on YouTube it's happening, right? And like that's what makes YouTube so unbelievably interesting. 1 year ago. I'll add the text later. This one also from 1 year ago. And this one, this is the kicker, from 11 years ago. Right? So I want to do this like, and this one's a year ago, this one's a year ago, this one 11 years ago. Like, that's going to be like the kind of way we're going. I know Alex Karp doesn't like PowerPoint, but did he hear about Canva? Yo, that'd be so fun. Bro, if I ever get to interview Karp, I would just be like, so I heard you don't like PowerPoint, but have you heard about Canva? It's got to be like what was I got to say? It's got to be like you know that Sunday conversation that Barstool does? That's what it's got to be. Make a magnifying glass effect on that 1 year ago. Okay, how do I fucking do that? Magnifying glass? Hold on. Oh, wait. I think I know what they have it in the effects, right? That's a good idea. Drew, what's up? They have that in the effects. Where's the effects? Oh, wait. Hold on. Right here. Edit image. Magnify. Well, they have something that I know what you're talking about, Andres. They have that thing that makes it bigger. They have it here. Magnify. Let me Google it. Magnify effect Canva. Yeah, they have it. They have it. What's it called? I'm using it wrong. What's it called? Oh, it's literally called magnifying glass. Interesting. Did you tell Jason that Doug was one of your subscribers? I have to do that. Admit last 5 stocks you bought in your returns. SoFi, Palantir, Tesla haven't sold, so no returns yet. I sold a little bit of some of them and made like a couple $100, but nothing crazy. Where is it called? Hold on. That's a magnify mag. Maybe if I put it in elements. Yeah, that shit doesn't work. All right, so I have to. Oh, hold on. Nope. Where is the effect? Oh, at the bottom of the editor, click and drag the slider to the right. I think, hold on, this is probably a better video. Insects. Click on an insect. Okay. And where the fuck is the effect? Okay, I'll do this later. It's taking too long. But yeah, it makes sense to do it. You could probably just cut that part and make it bigger. Yeah, I'll figure it out later. It shouldn't be that hard. But at least I know it's there. So the Travis K slide is about the concept of content being recommended from years ago, right? Like this, like how many times on Spotify or Apple would you randomly scroll and a piece of content from 11 years ago that is hyper specific and is clickable would pop up in the feed? It's like it like never happens, right? It's non-existent, right? So the point is to show to Jason what YouTube's doing for his videos. If a platform could do that for audio, that platform would have that platform would basically have a really high incentive for creators to invest in it because their content isn't sitting and dying at the bottom of these RSS feeds. Like this seems to be a very simple argument, which is Spotify is going exclusive. They spent $2 billion on this shit. Their entire investor day was all about how do we get more exclusive content. They literally announced a brand new exclusive Hassan Minaj. Like they are committed to this shit. And they need to be because that's the strategy they're going down. If they wanted to be not committed to this, they would have to have a fundamentally different orientation towards the way the platform works. And this whole TikTok feed is just going to be pumping their exclusive shit. Like it's not like I and my Palantir videos are never going to show up in that shit. That's not happening. And that's the difference, right? And so if he can realize that that's one side of the angle, and then the other side of the angle is that YouTube's the only one doing this for video, then we get to this conclusion of like, all right, well, should we take a bet on a platform that's doing it for audio? 43 people working on one presentation. How long is the pitch? 2 minutes. It's 2 minutos. Year-long content suggestion like classical music and retro classics don't exist. Well, you're talking about music. I mean, this is not music. This is a piece of content that shouldn't be recommended 11 years from now, but it is. And that's why it's like just an incredible thesis when you look to Spotify. Okay, the Joe Rogan slide we definitely need to keep. This one makes sense. This one's going to happen after. This one's important. TAM is important. Team. There's got to be some more shit on this slide. There's got to be some more stuff here. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Can you go through that many slides in 2 minutes? I did last time. All right, let me do a random. Let me see if I can do a version of this. Let me see if I can do a version of this. Let me see if I can fucking figure this shit out. I already have the script, but I need a bunch of other slides to script it with. Can you guys? What do you guys see? Okay, you guys see that. Kelly, I have to tag my girlfriend and everything. I don't know what's your issue, bro. It's my girl. It's the love of my life. I have to tag. Okay, let's see if I do this shit. Do I have the script? Do I have the script here? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so let me put 2 minutes on the clock, kind of see. I'm going to mess around with this. Yo, I wish I did. If I live streamed this last time I was preparing for it, it was so funny because I actually posted a bunch of random ones. I messed up so many times. All right, I'm just gonna run through it and kind of see what it feels like and see how long it takes. It's definitely not gonna be 2 minutes. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Hey everybody, my name is Mint. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Audia, where we get audio ideas or ideas discovered. Now, this one stat is going to frame everything in today's pitch, and that is impressions. 44 million to be exact, which is how many times my YouTube videos were shown over the past year. I would not be here today unless YouTube's algorithm gave me those impressions, because a bunch of angel investors saw my videos and then invested in my startup, which means if you don't get impressions, you really can't get discovered. Now, let's look at these episodes of Twist that got put in my feed this week and are driving business for Jason and launch every blah, 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 blah. Okay. See, this script I need to change because this has to be... I want to be like I'm talking to Jason when I do these. And this impressions thing, this is like almost 10 seconds that I feel like I can condense even more. Like that was the thing about the last one. I wasn't talking to Jason. This time Jason's going to be there and I want to literally be talking to him. Like I want to be like, Jason, your videos, blah, 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 blah. But could I join the live real quick? I have a few ideas I want to run by you and make this better. Riley, let me do this on my own for now, and I'll hop on you later because I have a certain vision for this. I have to structure it, but I'll ask you some ideas later. Like the slide deck in particular, I got to finish the version of it that I want it to be. Okay, let me do some scripting shit. So it's like, my name is Amit, and this is my name is Amit, and I'm literally gonna be reading off this word for word. So because in 2 minutes, to try to think on your own is like you're never gonna be quick enough to get through it. My name is Amit Praja, and I'm the CEO. Wait, why don't I change? My name is Amit, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Audia, and we are ready to, I want to do something and it's time to actually get audio content discovered. Just like that. Later. Okay, now this is the impressions stuff. It's like slide one. I need to find time also. That's the thing. I have to find time in different areas. If I can find time in different areas. You guys are weird, bro. I'm finna hop on Riley. You guys are hilarious. Yo, to the greatest moderator. Oh my god, I gotta include that. I gotta suck his dick, bro. Now Jason, is the greatest moderator in the world. That blah 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 blah. That'd be funny. Will you read the script? I have to read the script, bro. I thought I could do the 2 minutes last time without reading the script, and I tried to do it, and I was like, in 2 minutes to try to remember exactly what you're going to say, it's like not happening. It's just not happening. So you have to actually read the whole thing. It's the only way. You gotta read the whole thing. You gotta read the whole thing. Read the whole thing. Oh boy. Damn, 8,500 employees are gonna be let go because of this collapse. That's wild. No, I was reading the last time, bro. I wasn't pitching normally. I was reading it. Trust me, I don't think anyone was doing it without reading it. And if they were, they definitely weren't fast enough. Because if you're like me and you have a lot of shit you have to say, you can't not read it. It's like I tried it without reading it. It's like it doesn't work. Like you have to read this shit. Because if it was 5 minutes, I'd understand. But if it's 2 minutes, bro, like that's tough. Now, this one stat is going to frame everything in today's pitch, and that stat is impressions, 44 million to be exact, which is how many times my YouTube videos were. Okay, if I wanted to rewrite this whole thing in like 3 sentences, the one stat that matters when it comes to content discovery. Okay. YouTube gave me 44 million impressions last year, which led to me raising $300K for my startup from random angels that got an impression of me in their feed. You don't get impressions. Okay, so I'm going to time these. I'm going to time both of these. So I'm going to time this part, and then I'm going to time the next part. See how many seconds I save. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Now, this one stat is going to frame everything in today's pitch, and that stat is impressions, 44 million to be exact, which is how many times my YouTube videos were shown over the past year. I would not be here today unless YouTube's algo gave me those impressions because a bunch of angel investors saw my videos and then invested in my startup, which means if you don't get impressions, you don't get discovered. All right, that's 15 seconds. Let me do the next one now. Now, the one stat that matters for content discovery is impressions, which are how many times people get a chance to see your content. YouTube gave me 44 million impressions last year, which led me to raising $300,000 for my startup from random angels that got an impression of me in their feed, which means if you don't get impressions, you don't get discovered. That was 13.5. All right, we saved 1.5 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. Boom. We have cleared up 1.5 seconds. There we go. 1.5 seconds is clear. Legit. I think you may be talking a bit too fast, but that's just me. I could miss some of what you say. Yeah, bro. It's hard, man. It's like it is fast, but it's also like it's gonna be emotional and impactful. So I think that'll cover up some of the fastness. But I get slow on the slides that matter. Like if you watch the old pitch, I got slow on the slides that matter. This is just like I got to get through some of these. It's a little too fast. Yeah, I know. It's fucking tough, bro. It's tough. Again, I'm gonna clean all this up. If they had just given me 3 minutes, bro, like it would have been so nice. But they gave me 2, so I gotta clean it up. If I see, I also want to get rid the like. I don't know if I need the TAM. The TAM is important. That slide about the TAM is. I don't know if I need to say the audio advertising TAM because like. Kind of don't need it there. Yeah, that could save me like a couple seconds and make me go slower. You are too fast. You need to impress him. The business model you can explain him after that is he is impressed. Yeah, I agree. That's why I think some of the business stuff I can take out and go slower here. Because like this idea, so there's 2 things here on this impression slide, right? Number 1, it's introducing this concept that he knows very well, which is impressions. And the reason you have to bring this up is because one of the things that differentiates Audia from every audio app. Literally, go make a Spotify account right now, a podcast account, and go look at your analytics. There is nothing like impressions or click-through rate because they don't show your shit, right? It's just, even in the newest update, I checked, it doesn't exist. Not on Amazon, not on Apple, not on Overcast, not on Acast, not on Audible, not on any of them, right? They're not like centralized networks. Now, building a centralized network is really hard, but like that's one of the benefits is you can actually give people these stats. So if you can show that YouTube gave me 44 million impressions, two things. He's like, oh, so this kid's actually a content creator. He's not just like a startup founder, which is good because if you're making a content startup, you should be a content creator, at least I believe. And there's some people that have raised money over the past couple of weeks that aren't even content creators, but they're building content startups. And I'm just like, okay, that's interesting. But nonetheless, that's important. Number two, you're bringing up this concept of impressions that no other audio app can give. And Jason, because he knows YouTube so well, he understands it. So the synergy should be, oh, if an audio app could do what YouTube's doing for impressions, how big could that potentially become? And then three, I get to say I raised $300,000 for my startup, which is important because like that should already also differentiate you from some of the pack because you're a little bit different. The energy is what made you stand out. Yeah, I agree. 2 minutes, that's so little. I know that's what every girl tells me as well, but nonetheless, you got to get the job done in 2 minutes, you know. LMFAO, he has several things in common with Ben Shapiro. Well, I'm not as conservative as Ben Shapiro, but he's a great debater. He's such a good debater. He kicks everyone's ass. He's so good at debating. Do a 1 minute pitch, bro. 1 minute is 1 minute's short even for me, my guy. Even for me. Okay, these twist slides. Now let's look at these episodes. Okay, now let's look at these episodes of the best podcast in the world, that got put in my feed this week. I should be like, now let's look at these episodes of the best podcast in the world from the greatest moderator in the world. But that takes up time to say that stuff. That's the problem. I don't have the time. Now let's look at these episodes of the best podcast in the world from the best podcast in the world that got put in my feed this week and are driving business for Jason and launch every day, even though they are years old, because the algo is driving the content more impressions. Now let's look at these episodes from the best podcast in the world, hosted by the best moderator in the world. See, like that's like an extra 6 seconds. Now let's look at these episodes from the greatest moderator in the world. Let's put this in because he'll laugh at this one. And you got to get them smiling in the beginning because then they're going to be more interested. You got to get them smiling. Now let's look at these episodes from the greatest moderator in the world that got put in my feed this week and are driving business for you, Jason, and launch every day, even though they are years old. Why? Because an algorithm is continuously giving impressions within a feed that people get a chance to discover. We have 1 year ago, and even 11 years ago. And then maybe we keep this. YouTube does an amazing job of discovery, but no platform. Okay, let's do the presentation so far with this. Let's do the presentation with the first 2 slides at least. Let's go from there. Get rid of the now. Let's look at these episodes. That actually might be a good point. Hold on. These episodes. Now let's look at these episodes. So these episodes from the greatest moderator in the world. I just need like an introduction. What if I say the greatest moderator in the world is getting put into my feed? Oh, that might be it. Is getting put into my feed. This week and are driving. No, but see the episodes, it correlates with the R driving business. That is the noun for, or that is the adjective for episodes. Maybe I'll get rid of. Oh, let's get rid of nets. Now let's look at. Let's start with these episodes. At least we get rid of those words. Let's try that. Okay, let's try that. Start with Jason. Could I say Jason? Jason, these. Oh, okay. So what if I reworded this to Jason? These episodes are driving business for you and launch every day, even though they are years old. Okay, so I get rid of the greatest moderator in the world thing, maybe for now. But it does save me some time, which is what really matters. Okay, let's see. Where's Canva? Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so it's first 6 slides. Let's see. Okay, let's try this one. Let's try this one. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Wait, I need to be on this thing. Okay. All right. 3, 2, 1. Hey everyone, my name is Amit and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Audia, and it's time to actually get content discovered. Now, why is this working? Okay, now it's working. Let me start again. I don't like that intro. It's CEO and co-founder of Audia, where we get. Let me change this. CEO and co-founder of Audia, where we get audio ideas or ideas discovered. Okay, we might change that later. All right, 3, 2, 1. Will this actually work? Yes. Okay. Hey everybody, my name is Amit. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Audia, where we get audio ideas or ideas discovered. Now, the one stat that matters for content discovery is impressions, which are how many times people get a chance to see your content. YouTube gave me 44 million impressions last year, which led me to raise $300,000 for my startup from random angel investors that got an impression of me in their feed, which means if you don't get impressions, you don't get discovered. Jason, these episodes are driving business for you and launch every day, even though they are years old. Why? Because an algorithm is continuously giving impressions within a feed that people get a chance to discover from 1 year ago, and even 11 years ago. YouTube does an amazing job at discovery with video, but no platform for audio is actually doing this at scale. Okay, I want to change up some of the wording, but that's 36 seconds. That's not bad, because last time I got here, I was at 45 seconds. Like when I get to this part, I was close to like 41. So we're 5 seconds ahead. I might change a little bit of the script, but at least we're 5 seconds ahead, which is not too bad. It's not too bad. Not too bad. Ugh. Okay, so we gotta keep doing that. Oh my goodness. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, I mean, the thing about check your Twitter DMs, I created a GIF for you. All right, let me check. Let me check if we want to use that. Oh, this is cool, Riley. This is actually cool. Let me see. Let me see if I can implement this shit. I think it will show more confidence to slow down a bit. Yeah, at least in the beginning too. I agree. Amit, are you guys building an audio recommendation engine for Audia? Yes. I mean, we have one. It's elementary. It uses very small. It's not using AI or anything like that, but it's not the worst. It's not the best though. You know, it needs a lot more data for it to get better. Riley, how do I save this shit? Can you email it to me or something? Because I can't save it on Twitter. Or it doesn't look like I can save it on Twitter. Copy message. Yeah, can you like email it to me? Because I don't see that. Slight pause after points. Let the info sink in. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Riley. If he likes you, he will give you a chance for more time to. Yeah, like his team will reach out and they're like, hey, we want to talk more. I already pitched his like chief of staff for like 20 minutes, like in January. So they kind of already know me. Now it's a question of if like Jason likes me enough to get them even more excited. And so that's going to be the hard part. My email, just email to amit@audio.io. amit@audio.io. Jay, what's your email? I can share you the pitch, the script. There's like certain things. Again, this pitch is different from the old pitch. Like with Jason, it's got to be a little bit more tailored to the shit that he cares about. And that's why it's got to be a bit more specific. Oh, the Rocket Lab shit isn't launching. So that's not happening. Oh boy, oh boy. Another point that's important is anything you are doing that is proprietary. What's stopping them from just doing exactly what you were doing? Yeah, I mean, see, like all this stuff, if you just had a little bit more time. But see, that's why I got to explain why Spotify is not the answer to this. Like, oh my God, I think Jason will get it, but you cannot post a podcast on Spotify and even think of expecting it, not only to get listens, unless you drive the traffic, right? But to get picked up and be shown to people organically. That right there, if I could just tell a million people that, at least a million creators, I know they would understand it immediately. And they would at least be willing to take a risk on something else. I think Jason understands that perfectly. Like, I think he gets that really well, especially because he's talked about podcast discovery a lot. The pitch is tomorrow. I mean, the pitch is Monday. So that needs to be really well communicated in these 2 minutes, right? And it's like, if I could do that, then I think we can get there. See, like this slide doesn't even matter. Hold on, let me put in some of these other ones. We put in these exclusive ones. I'll maybe do a different slide for this one, actually. And I think Molly, that's like his co-host, if she's judging, she'll understand this as well, because she knows how deeply Spotify is integrated with this exclusive shit. Like, she'll get it. So I got it. It can't sound like I'm salty. Like, I don't want to sound like I'm angry at them. I want to sound like, hey, this is just not the route they're going when it comes to creators. And we have a different route. Jay, thank you, man. I appreciate all the help. It means a lot. Thank you for being here. I'll send you the script pitch once you DM me the email. Appreciate you, bro. Oh my God. This has got to be like, this has got to be above this slide and this slide. Because it's okay to talk about competitors, because when I watched some of the other pitches, a lot of them were talking about the elephant in the room, right? Like, you kind of, I'd rather overly speak about why we're different versus not mention it, because then the lingering doubt in all the judges are like, well, what is the unique thing that's different from you guys over Spotify? And they shouldn't be wondering that. Like, they should know that kind of more deeply, in my opinion. Riley, thank you. I'm gonna open this shit up. Welcome at this. You got this. Myra, thank you. I appreciate it. It means a lot. Do you want to sound like you have a better alternative? No, I want to sound like it's not about an alternative. It's about a fundamentally different network. Because like the alternative to Spotify is Apple or Amazon, right? If you don't want to listen to Jason's podcast on Spotify, you listen to it Apple or Amazon, whatever, right? This is not an alternative to those things to listen to something. This is like an entirely new product that has content that is fundamentally different in terms of what can get discovered. Like if you go to Audio, the stuff that pops up in your feed is just stuff that will probably never pop up on Spotify or Apple because of the fact that we are a centralized network that has content that is uploaded proprietarily to our network. It's not distributed from an RSS feed, which it gets a little bit more technical, but RSS feeds are how podcasts are distributed. They're kind of decentralized. They're not uploaded to one place. Like YouTube videos are uploaded to YouTube. Podcasts are uploaded everywhere. Have you ever like wondered why? The difference is because there's not like a centralized entity that controls the inflows and outflows of audio. And to me, that's led to the detriment of audio content in terms of its ability to get discovered. Let's make an iPod that has ChatGPT and you talk to it to find a podcast and it just gives you that podcast. That'd be pretty cool. I mean, ChatGPT probably will eventually be able to do that. And it has no UI. You know, I thought there was a product before that I was looking at that like has no UI because it's all audio and you just talk to it the whole time. It's actually not a horrible idea. But it depends on kind of how it plays out. I'm pumped for you, Amit. Drew, thank you. Appreciate it. Oh. But my neck is starting to hurt. Every time I sit down for a little bit, my neck starts to hurt. Ah! Are you about to see you literally pitch Jason? Yeah, on Monday. You guys can, on his channel. Fuck. On Monday you can see it. It's at 2:30. I don't know when I'm going to be pitching, but that's why I want to get it down tonight because, like, I gotta figure this shit out today, and I could practice it tomorrow. And then if I have it down packed, Monday is going to be easy. Monday is going to be easier because I know the pitch. Not that it's going to be easy, but okay, we have to see this thing. So intro, impressions, content discovery, no platform does audio, podcast discovery sucks. RSS feeds just distribute audio. They aren't recommendation engines. So when you upload a podcast, it just dies in the feed until you drive traffic. It's not like YouTube or Twitter that actually pushes content for you based on keywords and search. Big platforms are becoming Netflixes of audio. Spotify spent $1 billion on exclusive audio content, $2 billion exclusive audio content. Joe Rogan gets the home feed. Joe Schmo gets stuck in an RSS feed. Then this slide I think is really important. Like, hold on. Different keywords. Different keywords. Different thumbnails. Equals different impressions. Cross users. And then I think I do the Spotify slide thing. Now, what makes us different from Spotify is that they are dedicated to this exclusive strategy. These are three. They are dedicated to this exclusive strategy. And the recent Stream On event. Now, Spotify is a great company, but they are dedicated to this exclusive content strategy. At the recent Stream On event, 92% of the time they spent talking about podcasts was allocated to talking about their original. Let me see if I can write that down. Let's see if I write that down. Now, Spotify is a good company, blah, 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 blah. Spotify is a great company, but they are dedicated to this exclusive strategy. They spent 95% of their time, 92% of their recent Stream On event highlighting how exclusive podcasts are working, which means they aren't going to stop spending, and they aren't, and more importantly, they aren't going to stop pushing this content within the feed. Average creators will not get those impressions. It's a lot of words, but I gotta figure that part out. You're making me want to pitch for you. I love this shit. It'll be fun. 24-hour live stream. No, I got a meeting in 20 minutes, so I can't even be here 24 hours. I'll figure that out. Is it fair to say there would simply be a YouTube version? That audio would simply be a YouTube version with short, long form audio? Yeah, like it's fair to say that. The only difference is when people say it's a YouTube version, it assumes that all the content on YouTube is applicable for audio. And that's like Mr. Beast would never upload his videos on audio, right? Now, why does that matter? That matters because Mr. Beast is taking up hundreds of millions of impressions on the home feed. Those impressions need to go somewhere on audio if we were to get, a decent amount of traffic and users. And they wouldn't go to Mr. Beast. They wouldn't go to what's another example of videos? Like people jumping off cliffs, right? Like those videos don't exist on our platform because that content's video. It's not supposed to be on an audio platform. So that means there's an opportunity for a network to. It's almost like Clubhouse versus YouTube, right? You can listen to Clubhouse audio on YouTube, but the reason it's on Clubhouse is because it's supposed to be a live audio thing happening in that moment. And so there's just too many other things to listen to on YouTube that wouldn't be relevant to a live audio, Clubhouse thing. So the opportunity for impressions to be given to people that don't qualify as video creators just means it kind of becomes a different network in and of itself. Like the content you find on it should theoretically be different as well. What is the market for pure audio listeners? It's big. I mean, it's very big. And again, we don't need to beat YouTube. We just need to be big. But that doesn't mean no one has to be as big as YouTube, right? 2.3 billion MAUs, no one has to do that. But if you can get to a couple million MAUs, things get exciting. And that's it. Also, audio and the radio, they bring in about 30 billion a year. So people listen to a lot of audio content. It's siloed behind radios and podcasts, and it hasn't been centralized in one place like YouTube has for video. So, that's another thing for how audio is but audio content in general is just people listen to it. It's more so a question of, are creators gonna find a platform more applicable for them to get discovered, which would lead them to bringing a lot of their audience on a new platform. And that's where you have to figure out marketing and getting more people there. Are you paying for the site? Well, we have devs, so technically, yeah, we're paying for the site. What do you think will be the thing that makes the most impact in the presentation? I think Jason's videos being recommended to me is important. And I think the difference between us and Spotify is important. This Joe Rogan part is also really important, in my opinion. That one has to be shown. This one too.
Spotify and Apple have primarily, in my opinion, become Netflixes of audio,
100%.
buying all these premium assets.
No,
which means
that's bro. I think this video might help because right after I say my Spotify shit, and then I'm like, and Gary Vee, the king of content creation, also agrees that Spotify and Apple don't create discovery. Here's me pitching him 3 weeks ago or 3 months ago. Boom, and then I play that shit. Like that.
Spotify and Apple have primarily, in my opinion, become Netflixes of audio,
100%.
buying all these premium assets.
No,
which means
that might work, bro. There might be something there. Because I think that video, that right after that video, that might be something. So it's kind of like, and Spotify at their recent Stream On event spend 92% of their time focusing on their originals content. As on this slide you can see, I have to get better words for that. And then it's like, this is at odds with creators, because if you're spending $2 billion on exclusive content, that is the content that's going to be pumped in the home feed, and that is the content that's going to be promoted. Gary Vee, the king of content creation, also agrees with me when I pitched him 3 weeks ago that Spotify and Apple don't create discovery.
Spotify and Apple have primarily, in my opinion, become Netflixes of audio, 100%. Buying all these premium assets.
Which means it's boom, 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 boom. So our solution, I think that's perfect. Then we get into our solution, right? And then we do the monetization stuff. Then we do the stats. I think we got to get rid of this slide, even though I want to keep this slide. And then team. I think I might have space for some of this shit. I got to figure out what goes here. Big platforms are becoming Netflixes of audio. Spotify spent $2 billion on exclusive content. Joe Rogan is the home feed. Joe Schmo gets stuck in an RSS feed. I need a picture for this one. Isn't the video longer? It's only 7 seconds. I just got only the 7 seconds from it though. Do you think the king of content creation is required to be said? Well, yeah. I mean, maybe not, but like, it's because they all know Gary, I'd imagine, but like Gary, the king of content Gary, the king of content discovery. Maybe I say that. You know, I don't know. It's just a little bit of a precursor. I wouldn't call him the king. Who knows? Jason. No, Jason likes it, guys. I got to show you guys this. Jason and Gary fuck with each other. Let me show you this shit. Jason Calcanis. I did my homework on this one because if they hated each other, it wouldn't be a good idea. But they love each other. I think.
On this episode, Jason Calcanis stops by.
Friendly the whole time.
Attention. It's a little bit challenging sometimes to monetize. Obviously, the CPMs are very low. It's hard to get to the brands. That's why big agencies like yours exist and other ones around town. They have the brand relationships. So there'll be some opportunity to join these networks of stars. You know about those.
Yep.
And that's a fine way to do it. But I think building your brand
This is 2016.
and then increasing your prices offline. So if he's a trainer and he's got 5 clients and they're all paying $50 an hour, what I always find is people are afraid to raise.
Look at this shit. This is why YouTube's amazing. Look at this shit. From 2 years ago, you see an episode with him and CoffeeZilla. Like, this is why YouTube's fucking amazing, bro. 2 years ago. And then Gary, 1 year ago. Jason Calcanis and Tim Ferriss, 3 months ago. Like, this is insane. Like, all of these are counted as impressions. Even if I'm not even, all this shit, even if I'm not even spending time looking at it, all of it, impressions. So they get to tell creators, hey, Dave Lee, we just showed your recent Tesla Investor Day thing to Amit, and he didn't click on it, but he saw it. And then boom, boom, boom. It's just more and more and more. This shit right here is what doesn't exist to me in audio. And that's where I think Jason is going to get it, you know? Gary looks like he likes him. Yeah, what if J. Cal calls up Gary and asks him, hey, did you meet this guy? Bro, if Jason invests, that would be my first. Like, can you call Gary and tell him to respond to my freaking email? But, like, they seem cool. They seem cool. Or at least they know each other well enough to be cool. So I think like just name dropping him here is important. Yeah, I think this is it, bro. I think we have audio, we have impressions, we have these 3 things. I got to figure out a better script and introduce it better. Then we have no platform does for audio. Podcast discovery sucks. RSS feeds distribute audio, but they aren't recommendation engines. So when you upload a podcast, it just dies in the feed until you drive traffic. It's not like YouTube, Twitter based on that, blah, blah, blah. And then I need to fix this slide. Big platforms are becoming Netflix of audio. Spotify spent $2 billion. What if I just make this shit big as hell? It's like 200. Oh, we got this has to go down to 120. Not 100. That's stupid. I want to only increase the size of one of these, and they're making me spend more. Big platforms are becoming Netflixes of audio. Spotify spent $2 billion on exclusive audio content, which means Joe Rogan gets the home feed, Joe Schmo gets stuck in an RSS feed. Might change the slide, but just for now, just to get through it. This is the introduction. So this, I'm at 35 seconds here. No, I'm at 35 seconds here. That'd be 5 seconds, probably 5 seconds. Then I gotta explain Joe Rogan. That's what we're at 50. Then this will get me to a minute. Then I get to Gary. Then I get to our solution. Then I get to monetize. Then I get to this. I might still have time for the TAM. I might actually still have time for that shit. DRK, thank you, bro. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Tristan, I don't know what account you used for that email you used for that account, because I think you created it, right? I think you might have used this one, Tristan. I'm gonna text it to you. And then the password is, you might have used this one, because I'm not sure which one you used, but I'll check it in a bit. For the Gary V clip, this random dude agreed. Yo, actually, that's actually good. And this random dude just happens to agree with me. That's actually not a bad way to do it. And this random dude actually tends to agree with me about this. Spotify and Apple have primarily, in my opinion, become Netflixes of audio, 100%. Buying all these premium assets. Which means, bro, when he's saying 100% no discovery, that's like gold. That's actually gold. Like if Gary V is saying that shit, you would at least want to like think about it a little bit more. In my opinion. But I don't know. Okay, so I think we have the structure, but now we got to get the script down even more strategically. So glad you're using this clip. No, it's not working. I'll see. Yeah, let me know. I didn't make the account. I don't remember making it. Like, you uploaded the shit, so just check your history. If not, I can give you a bunch of different emails and we can check which one's working. I don't think we made a new account. So yeah, let's check a bunch of different emails, and if not, then I'll see what I have. I like when you say random dude, Jake, how will get the humor. Yeah, I think so, bro. And this random dude also agreed. Like, it's gonna go. Spotify's becoming Netflix of audio. Joe Rogan's rise to YouTube. Spotify's recent investor day, they spent all of their time focusing on exclusives. Let me make that text. Exclusives, more exclusives. Maybe that'll be decent. Hold on. Like, I don't think a lot of pitches are going to have as many slides as me and as much like It's going to be a bit more, it's going to be a lot of stuff, but it's going to be a story that's moving every time. And that's kind of, you want that lasting impression of just like, all right, I don't know about this, but I want to know more about this. That's it. That's all you're trying to get. I don't know about this, but I want to know more. If we could just get that, that's kind of what we need to see. Okay. There's going to be like, big platforms are becoming Netflix of audio. Spotify spent $2 billion on exclusive audio content, which means Joe Rogan will get the home feed, and Joe Schmo that's trying to make it is stuck in an RSS feed. But Joe Rogan, blah, 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 blah. And then I have this, blah, blah, blah. Spotify at the recent Stream On event spent 92% of their time talking about exclusives, and more exclusives. And this random guy just happens to agree that Spotify and Apple don't create discovery because of focusing on exclusives. Spotify and Apple have primarily, in my opinion, become Netflixes of audio, buying all these premium assets, which means Gary Vee might be onto something. Boom. They move on. That might be the way to kind of frame it. This is Amit working his showbiz muscles. I appreciate it. God, I really love this process of making a pitch. It's like super exciting to me. Because it's what I've done, for a long time with debate and stuff, and it's just super cool. But this one's hard, bro. With 2 minutes, it's that constraint that really forces you to be efficient with your words. Like, that's why I got to do this. Once I figure this out and it's all done, I'm gonna do this like 30 times. And then once you do it a bunch of times, then it becomes then it's not that scary because you're like, okay, like I know exactly what I'm gonna do here. Then you just have to do it with passion when you get to your moment. I want to change some of the wording here. I need to change the design on these. This one's fine. And then we get to the end, money, our solution, stats. It's not too bad. And there. All right. Okay, that's it. You got to change the slide after saying this random guy. Which slide is that? This random guy. The our solution slide? I don't know. We definitely need to show the picture of that. You got to change the slide after saying this random. Oh, because just say you mean change the text at the top. Say this random guy. Yeah, that's true. this random guy agrees. And then we'd be like, Gary Vee might be onto something, because it's like a subtle flex of like, yeah, I talked to this dude and he agrees with what I'm saying. Not changed. I see what you're saying, Tristan. You change the text at the top. That makes sense. Okay. All right, guys. I got to get into a meeting. Thank you all for joining. Just wanted to do this live because I thought it would be a little bit more fun and more collaborative. So, yeah, I'll keep working on this a little bit more. Go from there. Thank you, guys. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Good night.